All right, we all good?
All good? Okay.
All right. We'll now call to order the meeting of the Improvement and Services Committee for August 13th, 2025. We'll start with roll call. Alder Eck.
Here.
Alder Presley is here. Alder DeLee.
Here.
And Alder Ritterbusch. Here. All right. On to approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion?
Motion approved?
Second.
Motion made by Alder Eck, seconded by Alder Ritterbusch. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, that is approved. On to the minutes. Do we have a mo-
Approval, I motion to approve,
I'll
sorry.
second it.
Okay. We have a motion by Alder Eck, second by Alder Ritterbusch. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. On to regular business. First, consideration with possible action on request by Department of Public Works to adopt the proposed 2025 parking division rate structure. Director.
Okay, so this is, every year we bring our parking rates before INS and council. And there are some rate increases, which I'll have Chris go over. This is just to make everything balance. It's not, we're not trying to increase fees just for the sake of it. We're just trying to cover our cost. So Chris, if you want to go over anything?
Yeah, can I?
Yeah.
I left mine on my desk.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah, we've had many years, over my years with the city, where we didn't change any rates, but 2026 and the changes in costs and just a little turbulence in the economy, it was kind of a perfect storm. So after putting together our most efficient operating budget that we could, we realized we were short on revenue to operate next year with parking. So there are several parking rates that we are proposing to increase. Parking rental rates, we're asking to be increased 3%. I think it was that, or maybe 2% last year. I don't remember. It's pretty typical. That's right around the cost of living adjustment stuff right now. The parking ramp and parking meter hourly rate, we're asking to go from $1 an hour to $1.25 an hour. That does seem like a big jump. If you do percentage, that's 25%, but we're still, and don't like to compare us to other communities, but it's still a pretty reasonable rate. And like I said, the parking division is not a Fortune 500 company, not looking to get rich, just looking to stay in the black. That's all, make ends meet. Taking a look at parking citation revenue and citation trends. It's been like 4 or 5 years since we've looked at them, and we could go up more if you want to like stay with the crowd, but just want to, like I said, make budget balance. So we're proposing a $2 increase to each of the different parking rates. For overtime parking, 22 to 24. The no parking, and overnight parking, 32 to 34. No stopping or standing, 42 to 44. Now, just an FYI for you, there's a late fee that gets added on at 5 days and at 30 days. We are not proposing to change the late fee structure. There's enough there to keep people honest, or like I said, not looking to make money, just looking to balance the budget. And then parking lot F, we started last year. That's over behind the on Broadway, the building that they bought, and they're turning it into the public market. For many years, this dates back 30 years or more, that the rate in that lot was really low because that building was built originally in cooperation between the city and private ownership through the Community Development Corporation, which is now dissolved. But it's privately held. The rates were held really low because of the partnership. We're just trying to equalize the rates to the rest of the structure of our parking system. So you'll see on page 2, we started last year, because the going rate for that lot should be for 26, $53.40 per stall per month. But it had been down before, in 24 it was down in the 20s. So there's a chunk increase but we're asking to increment it over 3 years, just to soften the blow, if you will. So this would be the second year of that process. Other than that, we still continue to provide parking to our city. The ramps are standing up. We're gonna do another ramp repair project next year, and repair another elevator. Because we've got an aging system, we wanna keep them going. So, if you have any questions, by all means, I'll answer anything you have.
Yes, Alder Eck.
Thank you, Chair. So, under, on page 5, it says, okay, I'm looking at the top here, okay, we got ramp hourly rate. It says $4 overnight rate. Is that something we haven't been doing, just?
No, that started last year, but when there was a little misunderstanding or confusion in implementing it, so we didn't implement it last year yet. But that was approved in last year's rate structure.
So what
For
were we
or
doing
this
then?
year's rate structure. So that was approved for the '25 budget.
Okay.
So that was a year ago, but it hasn't been implemented yet,
So if it wasn't implemented, then what were we charging people for parking overnight in the?
0 or less.
Oh. Not even $1 an hour?
No. So
Oh
we
my
just kind of-
goodness, that was a good deal. They just.
Yeah, for many years. So I think
Wow.
$4 is a good deal too.
That's extremely reasonable.
Right, yeah, but unfortunately, we just had an internal miscommunication, and right around budget time, we were talking about the rate structure for overnight. Oh, geez, we didn't implement that. It's like, well, let's get that going, because it was
I mean-
approved a year ago.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of money that
Right.
we out.
Well, there's not a million people parking overnight, but it's something.
Yeah.
It's a revenue stream to keep the system afloat.
Okay, all right. Well, glad I asked because I
Yeah.
thought, I would assume we've already been doing that.
All right, other questions?
I make a motion to approve.
All right, we have a motion to approve made by Alder Ritterbusch. Do we have a second?
I was just looking to see if he was going to respond. Second.
All right,
Or,
second.
I second it.
Second by Alder Eck. Yeah, I would say extremely reasonable. It's a good way to put all of it. Yeah, it's reasonable. So, yeah, all in favor, say aye.
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 Aye, all right, that passes. All right, second, consideration with possible action on request by Department of Public Works to approve temporary limited easements, TLE, for the rights-of-way for the Manitowoc Road sidewalk project from Main Street to Hemlock Road.
So this is for the Manitowoc Road sidewalk project, and we have temporary limited easements that have been agreed to, and there's just a cost for access for those properties, and so the cost is outlined in the table on the next page, and we're asking for approval of that.
Yeah, Alder Eck?
Motion to
Oh,
approve.
Motion made by Alder Eck,
Second.
second by Alder Ritterbusch. Any questions, discussion? All right, all in favor, say aye.
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 All right, that carries. On to consideration with possible action on request by Department of Public Works to approve the award of a professional design services contract for the rehabilitation of the Webster Avenue Bridge B5285 to Ayers Associates in the amount of $78,016.
Okay, so this was our Bridge and Facilities Division reached out to firms seeking proposals for the Webster Avenue Bridge repair. They received 2 different proposals, Ayers, I believe, and I believe the other one was Grafe, yes. They went through a selection process and they evaluated based on the content of the proposals, the qualifications of the firm, and the cost. And they selected Ayers to award the contract to in the amount of $78,016.
Yeah, Alder.
Thank you, Chair. Was it the low bidder? I'm trying to find in here where there was
Yeah.
a comparison. Usually you have that. Maybe it's under the report.
Let me, I did not do the review, so let me just look here.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it in here. Well, because usually
Yeah.
isn't that like part of the requirement unless there's some other qualifications?
No, this is since it's engineering services, it's not a low bid situation.
Okay.
We evaluate the proposals in their entirety, so we look at their qualifications and the pricing.
Okay.
It looks like the project fee for heirs was of course 78,016, and then let me just look up the one for Brave.
Looks like 86,988.
86, okay.
Is that
So
like
they
at the
were higher.
bottom? I was trying to go through. and
That's
find
in
it.
the section 5 task/hour breakdown and fee spreadsheet/rates. The big green table.
Look at the schedule, okay, yeah. Well, it's very small. Yeah.
Like this big report, so.
Is it, so you said it was set, it looks like 78.
Oh, I see project schedule. Oh.
It's right after the schedule,
Oh, right,
the next
okay.
page in the bottom corner.
I was just curious, so, but it was more anyway. For
Yeah.
Brave. Motion to approve.
All right, we have a motion to approve by Alder Eck,
Second.
second by Alder Ritterbusch. All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, that carries. All right. Number 4, consideration with possible action on request by Department of Public Works to enter into a professional services agreement with Emmons and Olivier Resource Incorporated for the final engineering and design of the East River Emily Park wetland for flood resiliency in the amount of $123,116.
Go ahead, I don't
Yep, so this is a proposal that we received, we requested the proposal. EOR, Emmons, Olivier, and Resource Inc. Did the previous phase of the project. So they're just, we didn't go out for competitive since we wanted to continue with them to complete the design. And so this is to finish it from 90% to 100% so that we can go out to bid. There's some additional investigation and permitting that goes along with it. And the project itself is for the wetland scrape that is proposed for East River Emily Park. And the purpose of that project is to improve flood resiliency and also capture stormwater in that area, just part of a larger effort along the East River to help reduce flooding in that area. And let's see. So it is grant funded. We have an ARPA allocation of $55,000 that we'll be putting towards that. And then the remainder of the funding for that project will come from the pre-disaster flood mitigation grant from Wisconsin Emergency Management. So this $123,116 is fully grant funded.
That's great.
Cost us nothing.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve made by Alder Eck, seconded by Alder Ritterbusch. All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, that
Sounds like you're
carries.
saying a lie. Doesn't it?
It's easy to approve things when we don't have to pay for them. That's nice.
That's my
Well, we have
favorite
to pay
kind.
for them, but. All right, on to 5, report of actions taken by the Department of Public Works, granting of licenses, sidewalk builder, A, Global Concrete LLC, and B, Louis General Construction and Concrete.
Motion to receive and place on file.
Motion made by Alder Eck,
Second.
second by Alder Ritterbusch. All in favor, say aye.
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 He's messing with us. He said my. Anyway.
I swear it's not I, but yeah.
Anyway, aye.
To his eye.
That is received and placed on file.
Thumbs up.
All right, and then we have a report the award of contract for hauling, disposal, and mobilization of contaminated soil to Peters Concrete Company for a 1-year contract with an estimated spend of $85,000.
And motion to receive and place on file.
All right, motion made by Alder Eck to receive and place on file.
Second.
Second by Alder Ritterbusch. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, there you go, that sounded like aye.
Very clear, perfect. Okay.
Note, I mean, did we, oh, that was part of the amended agenda?
Yeah, it has to go after, yep.
Okay,
That's part
it
of the
didn't show up on
amendment.
the copy that I have, so that must have been the amended, okay.
Oh, the one we just approved was on?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep, number 6.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure it was there.
Perfect. I assume that came in late. Yeah, awesome.
You're included. in
All
this
right.
as a group, yes.
We have some informational items. First, update regarding the status of wheel tax revenue and expenses for 2023 and 2024. Do you want to go over that at all? Terry?
Yeah, I can briefly. So this is something that we try to do annually. I believe the last one may have been it was for 22, so it may have been in 23 when the last one was done. And it's just a reporting on the status of the wheel tax fund. There's been, there's interest in the status of that fund, so we
Yes.
want to report out. And last year, beginning of this year, in 2025, the rate increased from $20 to $25. So there's additional revenue coming into that fund. And the cash position at year end for 2024 was just over $3 million. And so if you look at the second page, this covers the projects where the money was expended in 23 and 24. And for 2025, we have additional projects planned that we're working on. This will be used to fund the resurfacing projects, as well as asphalt and paving and repair. And then again, blacktop and joint sealing materials is what we have so far. But we're going to continue to work in 25 and 26 on spending that balance down a bit now that we have additional revenue coming in, and we're playing a little bit of catch up with projects that have been delayed. So we'll continue to work on spending that down.
I just had one question. What is the, under 2024 project, what is Village of Bellevue? Why are we funding them?
Yeah, so I pulled that off of the list, but there would have been, is probably, we have some streets that are like right on the border.
Oh, okay.
So we sometimes fund a portion. And I can't tell you without looking up which particular street that was, but we have those joint streets. So we usually, we have an agreement between the two parties, and we pay for our portion and they pay for their portion.
Got
So
it.
it might have been.
They paid and we paid them back based on this?
I don't know how we did the accounting, but we contribute our portion. And the list that I pulled this off of was our financial system. So it just had the project as listed as that.
Got it. So in any case, we didn't give $33,000 just randomly to the
No,
Village of
no,
Bellevue.
it would have been for work that would have occurred along the border.
Because we'll be asked. And I do have a question.
And I can look that up before council, what that project was and specifically.
Okay.
What was what?
Do you think it's green back?
It might be, but have to confirm.
Yeah.
Okay. And Elderick, you had a question?
Yeah, just because I get asked so much about this.
Mhm.
And so I appreciate this, and I'm thinking I'll post it, but I'll probably get questions.
Yeah.
So resurfacing 1-23, like it just
Yeah.
has the numbers. Is there a way to find out specifically what those roads were, or how
Yeah.
many roads?
Yeah, we can provide that. So the resurfacing 1-23, those are just separate contracts because the amount of resurfacing is so large, it's broken up into different contracts. So each of these, there would be a list of streets, and then I could provide that.
I would appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that would be great. We do get questions on this.
Just at the church picnic on Sunday, people were complaining about the roads, so I'm like,
Oh,
I have to give this whole spiel on
Yeah.
whatever.
I only write them, I can't, nothing.
Well,
Yeah.
people don't want to, this is public, but whatever, people don't want to believe that the wheel tax has to be used on the roads. And so I'm like, yes, it does. Does, for sure.
Would you like me to just email that information, or I'm not sure if there's a way to put it into the agenda after the fact?
If you email it, that would be great. I'm sure we'd all appreciate
I don't
it.
know, I don't think we can.
Okay.
Can I put it in the minutes?
So I'll just have it, maybe I can put it in the minutes?
Because Kyle has the list right off the bat.
Yeah.
If we could have it in the minutes, I think that'd be great. but
Yeah,
otherwise-
we could do that, that might be best.
Perfect.
And I'll email it as well, but,
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
okay.
All right.
Motion, oh, somebody say something?
I was just wondering how did you guys vote or no?
Not yet.
I still have to vote.
Motion to, let's see, it would be receive and place on file, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Second.
Motion made by Alder Eck to receive and place on file, second by Alder Ritterbusch. All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, it is received. Next, Director's Report on recent activities of the Public Works Department.
Okay.
We get a physical one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so just a few updates for construction and bidding. East Mason Street reconstruction project, we have the bid opening scheduled for August 19th. The Hinkle Street construction project, that is where the Southwest Woods development is occurring.
It's in my
Okay.
district.
That is, the bid opening is scheduled for September 2nd. As far as construction goes, we've got resurfacing of streets, construction is ongoing. Milling and paving of streets is complete. The Grandview Road repaving project will occur within the next few weeks. Mini sewer and citywide sewer repairs, the construction will begin in September. Cass Street reconstruction will begin in September. And then we have multiple parks projects that we're performing construction inspection for that are actually wrapping up right now, including Metro Grove Boat Launch, the Birds of Prey project, and Perkins Park's ball field lighting. Miscellaneous updates, we do have the Pacer rating data back from the consultant, and our staff are still reviewing it. There's some quality control checks that they have to do, and then they have to interpret it, so it's not ready to distribute yet, but it's under review. As you know, there were some storms yesterday and last night, so there were significant downed trees and limbs and cleanup going on. No major flooding noted. And to note, we have our annual APWA, American Public Works Association, Snowplow Rodeo tomorrow morning, where our operators for the snowplows, they go to compete with other operators from other municipalities, and it promotes safety and just pride in work and all sorts of things. So it's a big event for us, and we'll be going down to Appleton for that tomorrow. Personnel updates, we've in the final phases of hiring for a few positions, so it looks like we'll be having a new utility engineer start, facilities engineer, and a mechanic, so some good news for us there.
Awesome.
Updates, any questions?
I have a question.
Yes, Alder Delete.
Is there an update on when the construction on Stevens Street will start?
Stephen C. Street, that's not on the radar for reconstruction this year. Is that a resurfacing project?
It is.
Okay, so the resurfacing projects are happening now. I could find out on that particular street when they.
I believe it's a reconstruction.
Okay. Yeah, I can get back to you on that, because I don't believe I have a reconstruct for Stevens, as far as I know, on this year's.
Okay. I believe my initial understanding was it was supposed to be August, so I was just wondering when it was going to kick off, because I've gotten a lot of questions on that.
Yeah, I'll get back to you. That might be, it might be on this resurfacing list.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yep.
I have a question as well, just out of curiosity, because that's why I'm on city council, so to be curious about things. But I was driving down University when the big storm was happening, all the rain, and there were a lot of just big puddles. Why does that happen? Does our storm sewer just get backed up when there's that much rain? Is that basically?
Yeah, well, it's also everything trying to go in the inlets, with the large amount of rain, so only so much can go into the inlet, so that it has to catch up.
Oh, okay.
So it's not necessarily clogged, it's just everything is, trying to catch up.
Oh, okay. So
This is by the
flow.
American Foods Group building?
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the places that it needs some time to catch up when you have a torrential downpour and it starts.
Right.
And it goes into a catch basin, right?
Yeah.
There was quite a bit on Shawano and Military as
That's
well.
normal.
There's some pictures of military and western.
Yeah,
Somebody had a picture
or
on
Western, I
Facebook.
thought it was Shawano, but maybe it was Western. Leah she sent me a video. It was really flooded over there.
I have a
It was
question.
such a flash flood.
Yeah.
On Gross Avenue, they've gone about 2 feet from the curb and just dug it out and then resurfaced it. What is the thought behind that? Basically, they grind 2 feet out from the gutter, and then they dug it out and then they resurfaced it.
I can check on that. That sounds like something that our operations division did.
I was just
Because
curious
the
why
edge
it would
of the
just
road
go and
pavement.
do that little part.
DPW, we have a milling machine that's
Yeah.
blade is about 2 feet wide, so that's what I'm thinking, it was an internal. That was probably a maintenance repair of some sort, where the edge was unfurling or unraveling just so bad that it wasn't worth doing like miscellaneous pothole patching, so we took our 2-foot mill,
Yeah,
just cleaned it out and put new asphalt.
a couple of sections that are like
Yeah, and
blocks
we
or
can
2
go,
blocks.
we can go hundreds of feet.
Yeah, I went 2 blocks.
Yeah, it just depends where, how bad the road is and when it's planned to be resurfaced or reconstructed. We gotta maintain it until it happens in the cycle.
Okay, I was just
I'm
curious, I'm
guessing
like, why
it-
did they do
I
just 2
can
feet?
check, but I would bet my health on it, if not my life, that DPW did it as a repair to a project that isn't,
Help salvage the road
scheduled
for a
yet.
couple more years,
Yeah.
probably.
Any
Okay.
more curiosity from
No.
us? No?
Motion to receive and place on file.
All right.
Second.
Receive and place on file, made by Alder Eck, seconded by Alder Ritterbusch.
Motion to adjourn.
No,
Oh,
not yet. Just
not
gotta
yet.
phone.
Hold that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry.
Right?
All right, that's received and placed on file, and,
Oh,
or, well,
please,
actually, I
next
should say,
meeting.
our next meeting is going to be on September 10th, 2025, and everything that we discussed and voted on at this meeting is a recommendation to the full council, which meets next Tuesday, and items may be pulled for discussion there. And
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
motion to adjourn by Alder Ritterbusch, second by Alder Eck. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned.
Great.
Thank you.
Enjoy your vacation, buddy.
Yeah, back to your
File for the next
vacation.
meeting. Did you guys say receive and
Thank
place on file
you.
for the next meeting?
No, we just
No,
announced
said
it.
adjourn. We don't.
We don't have to vote on that. We technically
don't.
don't have to vote on any of the information.